man. Man, we don't want to think for show boys, man. You know, we do what we can, man. Stand up dudes, man. Real gentlemen. And we standing on business, though. Welcome to the round table, baby, where the bosses of meet. Get a glimpse in the mirror, gotta know you a king. If it's one thing for sure, you a made man now. Gotta wear it like a crown. Do you know what that mean when it join the elite? You better be what you claiming to be. You better have your facts straight when you speak. No, sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Nigga might have to speak on it. Got a whole thumbnail with the team on it. You can stay up in the chat or you could cam up. We could put it on the screen if you saying something. They going crazy in the chat, they gon' ban us. Tell them how you really feel, nigga, man up. No judgment of handcuffs. Go ham, throw a tantrum. I be wishing I could stand up. The nigga stand up.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are live. We are live. We are live, man. How y'all feeling, man?
And I'm feeling fine.
Oh, you live this week, huh?
Yeah, this week.
Last week you were asleep.
I wasn't. I was in deep thought last week. Last week I had so much on me. Last week.
You like, you know, when you at work and you fall asleep and you tell a nigga you meditating or praying. Like,
no.
I wasn't asleep. I wasn't asleep. I mean,
look, all he said is, "I'm gonna knock your ass out." You like, I ain't sleep. That's how you know you was guilty.
No, that's how I know he's talking about something you sleep. Man, I wasn't asleep. I just had a lot on me.
Straight up.
You
but it's cool. That's what, hold on. You see why I sit next to it? Because, you know, I ain't want to have to go in.
I'm still be on you from over here.
I can fuck with him over here. He gotta get up.
What's going on, man? It's episode 58, man. One thing
right.
for sure, man. I was kind of like looking and counting numbers. I'm like, damn, we 58 episodes in. Mm-hmm. Now our first live, I mean, as far as in studio was episode 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we kind of like we moving up there, man. But
I was thinking about that the other day too.
How y'all gonna feel when we get to 100?
Same way I feel now.
Yeah.
I don't like this nigga sometimes. He just don't. I don't feel shit, nigga.
Nah, I mean, we
gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, that's shit. We here, man. Shit, we up in here doing the thing. So it's just the whole thing is always good when we just chilling, talking shit, man. So excuse me, I woke up with the raspy this morning. I don't know what's going on, but
they gonna think you sound sexy to the motherfucker.
You think you sound sexy?
I said no. I said they.
I mean that's Kevin Gates over there. Like treat them like this. No, but
I knew you was gonna do it.
Now I was watching the Breakfast Club and it was two girls on there. They've been doing a podcast and Charlamagne was asking them how long they've been doing it. And they was like she was like 7 years and he was like that's usually. He was like, yeah, that sounds about right. That's usually when everything really start going good. Rolling. Yeah, he was like, yeah. He was like, people think it start off, right when you start. And that's the thing. When you start something, any kind of business you start, a lot of people kind of get discouraged at the beginning because they expect to just come out the gate rolling and moving. And it don't always work like that. You got to kind of put the ground in. Not saying it got to take 7 years, but I mean, not saying they wasn't successful, but what they doing now as far as getting TV shows and stuff like that is like, it's working for them. So I just want us to kind of like, we got to know that too, man. We got to keep on grinding.
I don't think of the progress like that. I don't think of the success. I think we just got to come in here naturally and genuine and just have good conversations.
Yeah,
then,
I think that's what it is.
Things will start happening.
I think
my mic is low. Turn it up a little bit more if you can.
I think with me, I think different than that too as well. I don't think of the progress as, you know what I mean. I just look at the progress between us, the growth, how we grew, the mindsets. If you look at us at 25 and now, it's totally different. And it's like I do look at other podcasts because I know that's funny that I'm doing a podcast, but I don't watch podcasts, and it's like we do have a different formality. Our topics and everything else about us are different than any other podcast.
For the most part, man, everybody talk about the same thing.
Right.
We just got to put a little twist on it.
I think our twist is we talk about ourselves and our families and what we go through as men.
Well, we lean with like, and that's what I was telling the homie. I was like, I'm 42, bro. I'm gonna talk about 42-year-old stuff.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I'm not.
I'm with you.
I'm not. I'm not really. I don't really like all the drama and stuff like that. Of course, we're gonna touch on some of this stuff, but I'm a family man. I'm 42. I work. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to get on here and acting like that's not the case. So,
we still got to go to sleep after we get out this.
So, I'm going to do that thing. We're going to make it entertaining. We're going to have fun, but we're going to talk about real life. We fathers, we husbands and stuff like that. That's where we at. you know, we're gonna touch on it. Of course, we from where we from as far as raised, where we raised that kind of. We know some of the things that's going on. We're gonna touch on some of it, but we're not gonna get messy. Like, I mean, you know,
we're still in tune with hip hop culture.
Right.
That's the part that I love about us.
Good
What you just
and the
said.
bad, so you know,
We're not messy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But it's been fun, man. And that's another thing you said, just the chemistry and stuff. And I know that we've gotten better. We growing, we getting better. Shit, we started this from, you know,
I was getting
being in
cussed
front
out.
of Island fixing his lights and shit as we rolling, you know?
right?
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we started from the ground up, but man, when you building something, it's fun, man. When you can look back and kind of see how far you came. But we appreciate all the support, man. Everybody that's been rocking with us from day one and seeing the
Appreciate
growth
y'all.
in real time, man.
And then I guess when you made that little 2024, that mess was hilarious. I was
reactions. Yeah,
2025 is gonna be crazy too. I
I'm
feel like we
already
already
knowing.
got some good moments,
we do.
funny moments in
Yeah,
2025.
What do you think one of yours might be? I mean,
In 2025,
Yeah,
no,
I got one.
The most recent one. It might have been the last episode when he's like, I only had one dumb mistake. We both like, nigga, what?
yeah, it's. I think they be coming so
Yeah.
much now, and it's like I be missing. I used to kind of clip them up, but now I'm gonna wait. But nah, man, I think we always have fun every episode, man. But
My favorite, I think I just had one favorite is when your brother was talking and he messed up and we was just.
was that this year?
That was,
No, that was 20. Was that this
no,
year?
that was just because that was for Martin Luther King's birthday.
Oh right. So that was this year. That was hilarious to me, man.
That's my number one.
My mama loved that because she was just like, she knew. She was like, that boy didn't know what y'all was talking about. She called me. She was like, I was rolling. Like, I mean. But yeah, man. You want to,
I went to Disneyland yesterday again.
Man.
Yeah, I heard you say you was there.
Yeah.
You're not going no more?
No, I ain't messing with that, bro. Not at all. Because, like, the California Adventure side is cool. That's for more adults. But as soon as we crossed over to the Disneyland side, instantly irritated, man.
Why?
There's way more people, way more kids, and then you just gotta like
Disneyland, nigga.
yeah. Oh, so we got a call from my auntie. My auntie said
she calling in right now?
She said she wanted to call. She sounded upset. I don't know what I did, but she said she wanted to call. So let me call her back. My Auntie.
How you mad as kids at Disneyland?
Man,
There's way too many kids.
Yeah, just way too many people,
but
man.
you would think that the price it would be less.
Auntie.
She
calling me back.
Tell her to turn the volume down and back.
Hello?
You got me?
I got you. Can you turn the TV down a little bit, Auntie?
Yeah, turn it all the way down so you won't have the feedback.
You got me?
I got you.
Oh, we got you.
What'd he do?
What did I do?
Get on him, AT.
Don't you dare cut me off.
I'm not. I don't gonna cut you off.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, nephew. Happy birthday to you. I know I'm a couple of days early, but you know Annie ain't gonna be late.
Right, I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
I know your birthday's Sunday, but I have to give you your flowers today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
To you and your homies.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to know how proud of you guys I am and what you're doing on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I love your lineup for today.
Okay.
Your lineup is awesome. And I want to give you your props. I know I already told you, but I want to tell Antoine, and you know I always mess up Omar's name. So, Omar, I'm sorry. I apologize up front.
Are you fine?
But I want to give you guys your prop on your Mother's Day. That was the best show ever.
Thank you.
That was awesome. You guys had me crying. Keep up the good work. And like I told Alan, the awards are going to start giving out. They're going to create a category for podcasts. And I want to see one thing for show in nominations on these podcasts because you guys are doing a great job. And I want you to keep up the good work. And we need to build up support for you guys.
Thank you.
Because I'm extremely proud of what you guys are doing.
Thank you. That's the support we need.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. We really
Love
appreciate
you.
it. Love
Alan,
you
you
too.
know how I feel about you. Love you to the universe and back.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you
Keep it up.
so much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Man, I
Bye.
felt good.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, man. That's that's like I said last week, man. The women, that was mainly, in my family is all women, strong women. So they really shaped who I grew up to be. Although I might have strayed out and had experience of my own, but that's the support we need, man, for real, from everybody.
I don't know. That did something to me. I love that. I don't know. It's just something like that. You be just warmed your whole.
Yeah, that's beautiful, and I think sometimes I know people are supporting, but that's why I kind of yesterday on a reaction video I was saying, let us know if you support, like let us know, because there's people supporting that they may not call or they may not say nothing, but they watching, they liking, they doing all that. So, but it feels good kind of know to get those phone calls and get that kind of like just that nod, like, hey, I see what you doing, like you doing well, like
my grandmother. Like it's something my grandmother would do. Like, baby, I've been, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just, it's exactly what she said. We got you. You have our support and this and that. And just
it's not the first time. She's always giving out props and stuff and saying, what she didn't like about a episode or what she did like. So that's why I said I get all that. And
right.
That's dope, man. We got to learn from everything, what people like and what they don't like. So I appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Punk. I thought about it. I was gonna bring you a cake, but with a fire on me. Cupcakes.
Oh, everything.
I was gonna bring a cupcake. I was like, oh, probably go close line.
Why fuck me for? Like, why fuck me for?
Like, so now we bringing cupcakes all of a sudden.
They been flipped. All of them.
I can't have no cake. Come on, man.
All of a sudden.
You could have brought it. It's a whole nother year.
Yeah. So we starting off fresh, huh?
Nah, that was earlier this year, man.
My birthday wasn't earlier this year.
No, I'm talking about
Ricky.
The other light skin.
Nick. Yeah.
Oh, Nick. Oh, yeah. See, he different.
But happy birthday, man. You got anything? You got anything planned? Nope.
Disneyland. That was it, right?
Did you go to Disneyland for your birthday?
I did not go to Disneyland for my birthday. The passes for me, my kids, they were running out. So, I think the last 2 days, something like that. Michelle know all that, but we took them yesterday. And man, that was just I mean, it was cool, but it's for me, like all that crowd shit, I ain't with all that. It's to a certain point. I would have been cool staying on the California Adventure side, but once you cross over, man, I don't know. It just seemed like everybody just start crowding.
It's funny. Disneyland prices has raised dramatically, especially if you do like the season passes.
Yeah.
And then you say y'all went yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably got to go during the week for that. Like,
so but even still, it was a bunch of schools, field trips, and all that shit. So that's
foreigners. Was it more foreigners or more school kids?
Nah. It was more school kids. Yeah. So
the end of the year. I forgot senior trips.
All that elementary kids, all that, man. So
yeah, I still ain't been to Disneyland, man.
Go and get you some love, man. They're giving out love.
I'm gonna die sad.
Why not?
I can't bring I don't care how much money I have.
You haven't took the youngest too?
No.
I'm sure they want to go.
I'm pretty sure.
They don't.
Yeah,
maybe.
Too. I stalled them out long enough to where they wouldn't want to go either.
Look, you go look. 20 years from now, they're gonna come to you like, Pops, you really messed me up throughout my life.
Man, you better go to yourself. You better take yourself. Take me.
You ain't take me to Disney.
You know what? I think this Christmas I might take mine.
Did y'all go as kids?
Yeah.
I remember one time we went. Yeah.
Oh.
I remember the only time I went twice. The first time I went is when I was surprised that my dad was there.
Oh yeah,
you said that.
That's a wild story. Mm-hmm. But I never been, man. I don't know. I just can't bring the price kept going up, and I just.
But you're a resident of California. You only gonna pay like
it.
you going what is like $190 now?
Well,
$190.
Michelle she got him a long time ago. So, like I said, man, it was coming to the end or the last days we can use them or something like that. So,
$190 for one.
No,
I don't know. Michelle,
me neither.
She got all the deets.
Now, if I had free tickets, I might roll up there.
Hey, anybody want to give us some free tickets?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. But all right, man.
I'm still going.
What's the plan? You didn't tell what you doing for your birthday, man? You try to.
Hey.
Shit, I'm going to work.
Oh, you going to work?
All right, I'll be at your house afterwards. I know Michelle gonna set it up.
I don't know.
He probably ain't doing nothing. Playing
right.
marbles or something. He don't do too much.
Get like me.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, she called a little irritated today, so we probably ain't doing shit.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you do. What
Nah,
you do,
I ain't do nothing. But y'all ever get these charges from Apple and shit? Like,
Yeah.
You don't know what it is?
I don't know what it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like,
$5.99.
15,
No, $12.99.
And then it's like, and I call Apple and it's like, okay, well, you got one from another phone, which is my daughter's phone, so now I got to go see what she subscribed to. I'm like, all these.
Oh, you don't. But y'all don't have to where they can't do nothing on your phone.
I probably didn't set it up, but the thing is that when I looked at the thing that they told me to go through, all the prices come out like 2-3 times a month.
Yeah, it's a lot of them charges. I don't be knowing what that is, man. That's why I've been thinking about just turning my card off and getting a new card because it'd be so many different charges.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And then
that's how
Apple
they
don't
get
tell
you.
you. Yeah, Apple don't tell you shit.
And you be like, whatever. It's only for that. Then, but you
That's
add all that stuff.
That's
up?
why she mad because she like, bro, you did it. And I'm like, all right.
It's money.
Wait, how she sound?
Cause she be heated from like she more attentive to the finances and stuff. She like, what is this? What is this? What is this? So, okay.
And then you be
Hey, I was about to say something, but I ain't gonna get you into more trouble.
I ain't been to 7-Eleven in a minute, so salute me to that, man. I ain't been to 7-Eleven.
Okay, I was just there today.
I was eating this funny.
They
I was
had
thinking
2
about
for
going
$3.50
yesterday.
juices. I was like,
What was
this
that?
way I didn't be
nigga?
talking about nothing. Nah, I slapped them together like Stone Cold. Nah, but all right, man.
Stone Cold ain't got juices.
This is one topic that I be like reluctant to talk about because it's just so wild and filthy. But the Diddy case, man, Diddy got a lot going on,
bro.
He's a freaky boy, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not even that, bro.
It is that.
I know it's
what it
that,
is.
but it's just the verbiage, the tenacity that they use.
Well, I've been getting it secondhand from other platforms. I wasn't keeping up with the actual case where the lawyers and stuff is talking, but I get it secondhand from other platforms and the things that they saying that he's doing. So,
It's not even just him; it's her too. Like,
well, yeah, all of whoever's involved, just all.
I don't even see why this is the case. This should be a show in Vegas. Honestly, if it was a show in Vegas, it'd be a #1 show in Vegas on everything. Because bro, it should be a brothel, like Diddy house, like you know what I mean. Put it in Vegas, Diddy's house. Anything goes.
Don't he have a studio called Daddy's House or something like that, or is that somebody else?
No, you know.
Hey, you one of them filthy ones. We know you know, nigga.
Hey, Daddy's out of spot. But nah, man, it's just been a lot, man, with this case and just reading some. When you start reading it, when they. Because I don't follow it either, but I get them from the little websites or whatever the little and you start reading some of these transcripts and text messages and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, man.
I kind of figured it was gonna be bullshit when the baby oil was laced. Like who laced baby oil? So after that, I should have suspected like it was gonna get worse.
I know the one. I'm not even gonna say it, but when they went in another room and then that's. Like,
bro, I stopped reading after that. I was like, all right, next.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't even like you can't even come back outside after that, like, bruh. You know what I mean? But okay, so, and then I also was probably reluctant to talk about this because a lot like. She did go through some abuse. You know what I mean? She did go through some abuse.
With the physical abuse.
Yeah. She did go through a lot of that, and then when you're going through that, when you're dating somebody, you can get like Stockholm syndrome.
You can't say dating, man. They was together for years.
Well, it's still dating. Yeah. But I'm just saying. So I understand how you can kind of like still get caught up, but then also be a part of some of the stuff. But it's like reading some of that is like. Some of it is kind of like coming across like sometimes she kind of was like willing participant, or she kind of almost initiated some of it. But I don't want to come off as victim bashing or victim blaming or nothing like that. But it's just like this case is definitely like it seems like more of a domestic violence case.
To me, I agree with you.
And
I agree 110%.
And just a couple that was going through that I felt like he definitely should be in jail for all of that. But I don't know as far as like
But that's not
Sexual
what
escapades.
yeah, he's going. He's in the jail. They trying to get him for RICO for trafficking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now,
How you gonna RICO
I don't know how
yourself?
you can go back and forth. How can you like say she forced her to do some of it, which could happen though.
She can
No,
because it could be a time where she just like
She didn't
want to
do it.
feeling it.
Right.
And if he forced her to do it, then that's where the issue comes.
But
in.
it's
is
coming
it an
across
issue
sometimes
in
like
this situation.
Yes.
it's coming across.
Is it-
It's coming across sometimes like it wasn't it not because force is like you better do it or I'm gonna beat your ass. I mean, but sometimes it's coming across like I did it because I didn't want him to be mad or I didn't want to upset him or I kind of wanted to please him or stuff like that. That's not necessarily forced if you doing it because you don't want to.
Well, if
you
she-
want to
if-
please him or you don't want to upset him or something like
if
that.
she say the pleasing thing, that's different. But if she say I did it because I don't want him to get him upset. Okay, what happened prior to that when he got upset?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what she's
But
talking.
like a couple of those situations was when she was at I think they wasn't together and he called her and she like, yeah, of course I want to, like I don't know. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think like sometimes if it's like, I mean, you can have it both ways. You can be forced in situations sometimes, and then she could have been a willing participant in some instances. But I think it's gonna be hard to kind of decipher. You know what I mean?
Jackson said it last time. He said you can have sex as much as you want, as many times as you want. Once she say no, that's
Right.
You know?
But that's what I'm saying. You
Really know that she to me
in this case though. How
no
many
really
times
know.
have you really like that from the transcripts and the text message? You're not really seeing a flat out no. Now she's telling you about times that it got physical and stuff like that, and he got upset. But I'm saying that's to prove that he got upset and beat you up because you didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Now he probably abused her for different reasons. You know what I mean? But to be able to prove that he abused you because you didn't want to do that is that's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to take up for him or anything like that. I'm just speaking from a legal point of view to like prove that he kind of guilty of that. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know everything about the case or nothing like that. I mean, anyway, the dude is sick. The dude, I think he definitely need to be in jail. Like the dude is wild. I mean, but I'm just saying as far as from a legal standpoint, I don't know if you're gonna be able to convict him on what they trying to convict him on.
If she was charging him for physical abuse, that's what he needs to be in jail for. But he needs rehabilitation from the drugs and all the shit that he had going on. Therapy, that's what he needs.
therapy.
For the and for anybody else that was being flown out for abuse and stuff like that, if they felt forced, that's different. But I don't know if he necessarily, other than the physical abuse that we seen to her and possibly other situations, I don't know if he necessarily deserved to be in jail just for his sex capades.
Now, I think too, it's gonna be some other people come. So I don't think this was just Cassie's. She was on the stand. So, but I do think it's gonna be more people. Now that could be where it get a little tricky for him. I mean, because it's men, all kind of people. I mean, so.
But I think the main person who could have really hurt him is Kim, his daughter's mother, Porter. I think through all the transcripts, I think that I've heard, she had the most dirt on him than anybody else.
I mean, if you think about everybody that's been around, a lot of people didn't died around Diddy. I mean, like from his artist to like his baby's mom. I'll be sure damn near died. You know what I mean? He coming out like, hey, this nigga almost killed me. Like, you know what I mean? It's just people just come up like dead, man. That's why when I see him when he was doing that little Joker thing, I'm like, it's a little true. You're a little wild, man. I was like, nah, that's him. Like, he ain't doing too much acting. He kind of wild, man.
I would have slapped shit out of Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean?
I wonder how much of his sons really act like him.
I mean, there's a level of what they call it, bravado, I guess, or arrogance.
Yeah.
When you leading with money, like everybody, a lot of people do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, his son has done things in the media too. You know what I'm saying?
I think
the one that looked like him.
Yeah. He got caught up on something.
Yeah,
too.
he's done some stuff in the media. So, a level of arrogance come with all that.
Yeah, just looking at the chat, man. Sabrina said, "Oh, how sweet, so dope." Brad said, "I like the way you guys discuss topics. I like to invite y'all to my Discord. I think we got a lot got a lot of like minds in there. If
That'll
you
be
don't
dope.
mind, great
That'll be
shows.
dope.
Okay, yeah, for sure, man. Just
Hell
tap
yeah.
in with us, man.
That'll be dope.
Hit us up at on the Instagram. One thing for sure. Hit the DM. Yeah.
Hey, what happened to our phone number?
Wasn't nobody calling us. It was dry. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I don't know. We got to follow the trial and see what happened, man. What do y'all think? Y'all think he gonna get off, or y'all think he gonna do
I don't
some
think
time?
he's gonna do the time that a lot of people think he's gonna
Yeah.
do as far as the dub plus and all that stuff. I don't think he's gonna do that. I think like I said, other than the trafficking, like that has to be proved, which possibly can. Like they focusing on the freak offs right now.
Right.
That's what they're focusing on. So you have to see where the case goes throughout the weeks.
Me, I would say, if they do find him guilty, but he's not gonna serve the time.
I mean, if I think he gonna get found guilty for some of the crimes. I don't think they gonna.
Serve
able
the
to,
crime. I think he's gonna get probation.
He got a hell of a legal team too.
Exactly.
I think to
And
be able to prove some of this
That's
stuff.
some of the thing I was gonna bring up is he has a hell of a backing, meaning like he has people.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not out now, but it's just because of the legal system.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
with that, and then you have another case that was how many years ago? Tory Lanez, his case with Meg Thee Stallion.
2 years ago.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's information that came out about this. The security guard actually came forward because he said his conscience started messing with him.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's saying that it wasn't Tory that did the shooting. It was Kelsey.
It was her friend.
But this is not the security guard that was the driver though. This is not the driver. I believe this is like Kelsey's security guard or something like that.
Probably was.
That was supposedly overheard her talking after the trial. That came out and said he overheard her say that she did it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think it's the same. It's not the driver.
The same dude. Okay,
No. But and then I just don't see how you can like if you already tried the case, you know what I mean, and then he get his time and everything like that, and then somebody overhears somebody saying something about the case, how can they reopen that if they was never like you know what I mean? Like
I just want to know why wasn't he a witness in the beginning with, or was he?
well he
No, it was another security guard that wasn't talking. Well, he kind of went MIA.
So this came off the heels of Tory Lanez getting stabbed 14 times in prison.
Bro, he got stabbed everywhere.
That seemed a little like a hit or a personal, like you know what I mean?
It was too coincidental. I will say that because you hear this he getting shanked or whatever, and then this story come out. Like I'm sure somebody
I don't know, nigga got shanked.
you hear because they said they reached out to her legal team first. And then our legal team responded like, we need more details. And then that's when
Then that happened.
the stabbing.
Think Meg got him, try to get him out the paint.
I mean,
Meg was like off with his head.
if it's true, because people are speculating because he made it. I ain't gonna say he made a statement, but a post went on his IG, saying what happened and how many times he was stabbed and his lungs collapsed, and then I think a day later now he's breathing on his own and stuff like that. So people are speculating that they don't know how true it is, but 14 times stabbed, 7 in the back,
2 in the
head, and 1 in the jaw, or something like that. So
1 in the stomach side or something like that.
Yeah.
He about to come out like he 50 though. He about to come out and get niggas watch.
Yeah.
You better sit your ass down. You got stabbed 14 times.
Oh, by that time he gonna be
kill
recovered.
you, man.
He gonna be recovered in a year. Get a
14
nigga a year.
times, you just nigga, you running, you like how you fight a nigga off trying to stab you 14 times? It's like,
That's
bruh.
crazy.
And Tory, he's small.
Yeah.
like,
Little
dude, yeah.
So
That nigga $150.
he had willpower that day though. He survived.
That nigga had life power.
He survived, man, because it only take one little at the right. I don't know what old boy was doing. He probably was.
Bro wasn't the best.
That's why I say because it was a little sloppy. It seemed like you stabbing him everywhere. It's like you know what I mean. It only take one good stab to get him up out of there. You know what I mean, in the right spot. Not that I know. I'm just saying.
How do you know?
Nah, but
yeah, but we'll see. Because like you said, I guess this is hearsay. He said I heard this, and I had to come forward. So we'll see. But they did hold a press conference talking about the new evidence that came about. So
But
we'll
they-
see what they'll do.
They have yet to present the evidence though. So
Well, this is fresh.
right, but they
This is
were
right.
just. I mean, you would think if you just got stabbed, hey, take that shit up there today.
But now he can go.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure
he
they
can
did.
get
They just
protective
did
custody now.
I was just
Well,
reading
yeah.
today that they were saying that they have yet to bring forth the evidence
Okay.
and stuff. Now Drake came out with a petition that he got people signing petitions trying to
Yeah.
get Governor Newsom
Newsom.
to release him. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I don't think it's gonna happen, man. It's
Well,
like,
definitely
Newsom
don't.
don't give a fuck about that shit.
especially because you got a victim in this case and she's high profile and stuff like that. You can't. It ain't like he's just in there for some like street beef. It's like you in there. You know what I mean?
But then again, so
and it's a woman.
so with her, so okay, now it's like, did she actually see who did it and why she didn't tell? If your friend shoot at you, now are you still required not to snitch? If your friend shoot at you,
We asked that. I said if I
Yeah.
shot y'all knuckles.
because it's like now she ain't cool with her no more, I'm sure. And then like you the star, now you gotta hold the image too. Tory Lanez, you gotta hold the image like, I'm not snitching. I didn't do it, but I you know.
My thing is this. Okay, say that young man would have died, right?
Right.
Whatever happened that night, it seemed like it was a drunk night. I don't necessarily believe that man was trying to, even if he was the shooter, I don't feel like he was trying to like shoot her or nothing. He was playing too much or bullshit. Whoever shot her.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think nobody was trying to, you're not going to shoot at nobody's feet and do that. Say that young man would have died because she wasn't even as mad until things started to happen. I think he started to, somebody got in her ear. I don't know if it was Rock Nation or something like that. And then he
Somebody-
started to have a little tweets talking about I didn't do that or whatever. She started getting in her feelings about it. But I wouldn't want to see nobody that I like. I mean, if we playing and one of y'all shoot at my feet or whatever, and I'm like, stop playing, hey, stop playing. You know what I mean? And they hit my something hit me or whatever like that. I'm not gonna want y'all to do no 10 years in jail. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm gonna want you out so I can beat your ass.
Hey, we running them though.
But you talking about a gun though, man. Like anything could
But
have happened.
10 years? So if
get
I
it,
shot
I
your
get it.
ankle on accident,
on accident, Allen.
on accident, it ricocheted and then hit your ankle, you gonna want me to do 10 years?
Nah, I mean, like, it's different because
I don't like nigga. Why
Would
you
you
got
go
the
to
gun out
court?
in the first place?
Would you go to court and take a stand on me?
look,
It's a long ass pause, bro. Hold on.
look,
Hey.
like I said, if you pull a gun, if we supposed to be friends and you pull a gun out on me,
I'm
like that,
playing though.
if-
We drunk.
Look.
Hey,
I'm not saying I would have did that, but I'm saying in that
I know
situation.
that, but in situations like that, I don't give a fuck how drunk you are. Ain't no playing with no damn.
But
gun.
you was drunk too.
Ain't no, and I know I
Okay,
sober
so-
up real quick when I see a gun.
So, with that being said, even if that happened, because you paused on the,
on the knuckles.
would you take the stand?
Nah, we
and
just ain't
press
cool no
charges?
more. But I'm gonna catch you and beat your ass. That's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna do.
that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? But I don't want you
Street
up on
justice.
if you in a suit on the stand. You know what I mean? Like, hold
Got me a
on,
little
bro.
gray suit on
But
with
yeah.
my red tie.
Talk about,
Hey, he know what colors and everything.
I'm stressed out. I don't know. I mean, like, what? Yeah, nah,
You ain't got
man.
no money, nigga. So I ain't-
All right, well, let's go ahead and move along. What about the new couple, the new New York thing? Cardi B and Stefon Diggs.
Are they a couple though? I don't know if they're a couple.
I don't, they just you don't see them hugging or nothing. You just see them handsy.
Okay, so you know, Cardi B and Stefon, they were seen at a basketball game, whatever. Supposedly she dating him off the heels of breaking up with Offset. Now, I guess my thing be, I guess because when you see those videos and pictures, you see a lot of the ladies cheering it on, like, oh, she looks happy and
Right.
this and that, and that's right, Cardi, and stuff like that. But I guess my thing, sometimes when I've seen situations where it'll be a married couple, and then say, you know, the woman get cheated on or whatever, but then, you know, once you get cheated on and you leave, you know, rightfully so, nobody should be cheated on, rightfully so, you leave that situation. I just don't understand leaving that situation, going to go get with the same kind of person. Like,
Right.
I mean,
or possibly even worse.
Right.
But I think
a
that's-
serial dater, a serial,
yeah,
like, I mean, he a
that's
sniper. Like,
that's
I
the
mean,
real question. Like, I don't really know too much. I just know that she left. What's his name?
Offset.
Offset. She left him for that person. Okay, so now I guess it's known that Stefon Diggs is
like his
serial
brother.
dater.
So is it just well, I'm just having fun? Maybe it's just like that. I'm just out here.
I
having
don't
fun.
understand why you would do that. I don't understand the whole thing of I get online, I'm bashing you, all the shit that you did, and then you go to somebody like that. I don't get it.
That other women is bashing.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
I
So
don't
it's like,
get it.
why go essentially get
And
the
he
same?
got a track record too, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why go get the kind of the
same-
individual that got a kind of track record that's being bashed by women?
But you know what they're gonna say is
I'm
this is
sure.
you know what they're gonna say. This is what I was raised around. This is what I'm used to.
No. I'm sure the women have an excuse for
Oh,
it.
yeah, most
So
definitely.
if you women out there listening, tap in. Let me hear your excuses for this, because I think it's bullshit.
Me too.
You can't just leave somebody and bash them and do all the crying and shit, and then go to somebody that's
Exactly
doing
like
the same
that.
thing or possibly even worse.
I've literally saw a couple married, the wife get cheated on, divorce the husband, then become a side chick.
Yeah, that's
You know
what
what I
they
mean?
like.
Like, then
Because they don't
becomes
want to. Because you got to think about it. They would with a dude every single day. They don't want to do it every single day. Now they want their freedom and just have sex on the side. That's it.
I don't know. I don't understand that
I don't
concept. It's like if you gonna go, cause say her and this boy start dating or whatever. You think he gonna be the one to make? You know what I mean? Like, you know.
But who says he can't though? I mean, she might know something we don't. You know, they are. You know,
That's always the case, though.
Yeah, not saying not all I can go by is what your past is and what's out there, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, and I don't know Offset either. All I can go by is his past and what's out there. So I'm just saying if we was comparing them, like, I mean, it ain't apples and oranges, it's apples and apples, like, I mean, so it's like you essentially getting the same kind of individual. I'm saying if you complain about this individual, now if you just want to have fun and you don't care and you know this is a temporary moment, you know, cool, say that, you know, but I just the people that be in the comments talking about she look happy and all that and stuff
Don't you
like
hate
that.
that shit?
I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't know. Because I don't see, like, if I get cheated on, I mean, I'm not about to go out with Bob.
a serial
I mean,
cheater.
Be all at the, I mean, I'm not about to be out with, no. Like, I feel like I want to upgrade. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or get equal to or upgrade. So, nah. I don't see the point of, like, staying where you at. You know what I mean?
I mean, but then at the same time, you got to think about these are A-list celebrities, and you know they have, like they always say, the water is not as vast in the A-list community. You know, you dating everybody the same basically.
Yeah.
They pool is not as deep as, you know, us down here.
Yeah. Auntie said, you know, because some women like mess like that, a lot of drama. Real women don't play that.
There you go.
Yeah, and I believe that. It's like I don't see you repeating the same steps, and then because a lot of times they not just women, some men do it too. Like you kind of attracted to a certain kind of individual. So say that situation don't work out, then you go back out there looking, but you looking for the same type of individual, the same thing, and you more so leading with you kind of shallow. You leading by everything except what you should be looking for.
They like crying wolf, then going to the internet.
You looking for looks. You looking for like what you putting attraction, looks, dressing, and money and all that over love and how somebody gonna really treat you and stuff like that.
They looking to stay relevant to me sometimes, and when they get in these little relationships like this, because once they break up, like Keisha Cole. How many people did Keisha go through and she went through, and every time she went through it, it was a new CD, or then her mom and them got a new show and they was just dragging her and everybody get drugged just to stay relevant. That's all it is to me.
Yeah,
it's relevancy.
To each his own, do what you do. I don't really care like that, but I just be saying it's like I don't see the point of, you know, a lot of people retrace their steps and then wonder how they got here. It's like, you know, you a fool if you gonna expect a different outcome and you keep on doing the same thing.
See that, but has she been on live responding to this? Because I know she heard. I know she hearing the backlash.
I don't know.
So that's the thing, though. I think she's always known for getting on live talking.
I think she was, if I'm not mistaken, she was. But I don't like, honestly, outside of this, I pay no attention to anybody's business.
Right.
If y'all they young, have fun. If that's what you want, have fun. You know,
Ain't she around her age? Ain't she like 35 plus?
have fun. But I do think, like, I don't know. It's like once you kind of established like that and you got kids and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's like, but then I guess that is kind of double standards because men can kind of go, and have fun and do their thing, and then we ain't been like, you need to marry that girl, the first person you with. Like, I mean, are you? You know, we ain't really worried about who they with. I mean,
But
because men are the prize. That's why. That's how they look at themselves.
shoot.
That's how they look at themselves.
as a celebrity, it's unfortunate they're not thinking about their kids and what their kids are going to see later on down the line. They just,
Yeah,
gotta keep
like
that image up, like you said. They just want to stay relevant.
I guess, like, so say if you had a popular, like, that's like getting with Lori Harvey or something, and she had all these men and stuff like that. Would you want to be the next person? Like, I ain't about to do that. Like, you know what I mean? If everybody, like, that's what him, he done dated all these women, these popular women. It's like, do you want to be the next?
Everybody go for the same people. It's like a circulation. Man.
That's right.
Yeah, Hollywood is like that. Yeah.
You got a certain pool. They pick and choose. The only reason I say that because I heard it.
And then they kind of trust each other too, because they kind of know how to deal with each other and stuff like that.
I'm not dating nobody that somebody else. I mean,
They be homeboys
somebody else, but close like that. I'm not doing that.
Especially a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's like
if I
Kevin
know
Gates.
if I could come to a party and shake your hand, what's up, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. No, two more people do the same thing and know you did that. Like, nah.
But ain't Kevin Gates doing the same thing with old girl he with his wife?
Yeah.
She went through all his homeboys, and some of the more celebrities that upper celebrities.
Some people don't care. I mean,
Yeah,
some people don't really care about your past.
I'm
and everything
sorry,
like that.
I do.
It's like, some people don't care.
But we had this conversation last time. Remember, if somebody got a divorce and one of your homeboys came to your wife and was like, "Hey, do you mind?" Yes, I do. Nigga, get the fuck out the way.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Snoop Dogg just dropped an album, man. It sounded kind of cool. Like I heard a few songs. It sounded kind of cool. But like I'm a Snoop Dogg fan. Been listening to Snoop all my life. You know what I mean? My question is this though: do y'all respect when like the OGs kind of come out, but they're like using the writers, like they're not writing their own music? Do you still respect their pen? Or do you respect the music? Like, can rappers nowadays, even if they older,
It don't matter. I didn't. Just from at the beginning of the show, I didn't know he had a new album till right now. And knowing that he has a new album, I'm still not about to go I'm about to go listen to it. If I hear a song, cool. If I like it, cool.
You never was a Snoop fan, right?
Really.
No, I love Snoop.
Okay.
I love Snoop, but I guess it's more of because
So what are you listening to? What do you like as far as music? What are you listening to right now?
R&B.
Okay, so what?
But he R&B and rap, so he does both. This nigga can do country. This nigga had a Jamaican album.
When is the last Snoop album you listened to?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
No, it's not Dogfather.
Blue Carbon treatment or something.
The last meal.
Blue Carbon.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have an issue with that because we know what Snoop has done when it comes to rapping and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say he's the lyrical miracle, but he can rap his ass off, and he has the voice for rapping. So you don't know even by how he sounds now, you don't know that he's in his 50s doing this shit.
And he's 62.
Because he got the same cadence and everything like that.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like I'd be like, this ain't.
And you from Long Beach, so
do you think that he can't pen nothing?
Yeah, but it's gonna be, I know when Snoop right. Like I
but
can tell the difference.
But
like,
even the one I heard, I guess about Suge, I heard a few lines in it, and it don't sound like something was written from somebody else.
well, he probably doing some of the writing, and then
Right.
primarily like it's written. Because some of the songs that I'm like, yeah, this ain't Snoop. I know I've been listening to so much Snoop that I know how Snoop raps. You know what I mean, but I don't know. I just was wondering that, man, because like if R&B singers they get their records rolled all the time and stuff, and hip hop that's kind of frowned upon or looked down upon. But when artists get older, is that going to be something that's allowed, or should we not frown at it? You know what I mean?
I don't think nobody. Certain people. I don't think the majority of people are looking into that like that.
yeah.
Like even for me loving hip hop and music as much as I do. Like I said, the last one we heard it, we like, nah, he didn't write that, but it sounds good though.
The last,
I think it's certain people you don't care if they wrote it or not.
And he's
Snoop,
been in the
Snoop
game.
is one of them.
He's been in the game so long. We know what he sound like when he put the pen to pad.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I'm
is that
saying?
just for older artists? Because if you found out Kendrick wasn't writing this shit, nigga, you probably
You can't. You can't
our
say.
Cube wasn't writing this shit.
I mean,
Well, you know what
Cube need a writer now too.
Yeah, he need a writer.
no, I don't think Cube need a writer. I think he just gotta get his energy back up.
Nah.
You know, he's older, so
Have you ever listened to him rap lately?
Yes, yes. What he's saying is the same thing, but
Yeah,
also, you know,
Cat
when
and
he
hat.
get on the when he get on the player
Chase
type
the
shit.
rat.
Like I sent you the 3 versions of that one song. Like he was coming off on them, and I said those were the singles, with the one with Busta Rhymes and Killer Mike and stuff like that. He was coming off on, but it's just certain times where he just like, okay, it just sounds very simplistic.
He rapped better back then.
Of course, yeah.
He rapped
yeah.
better, more like his like you said, the energy was there. He rapped better back then.
Yeah.
Like
I
on them
agree.
older albums and stuff like that. I don't know. Like when he started getting into the Players Club, like and stuff like that, it kind of you could start to see the transition. Like you know what I mean.
Boy, show me love.
But yeah, maybe because he got more to the commercial records.
No, because they started writing movies and it was clashing.
And then Dejan Paul always had that take, like he kind of tired of older artists making albums. He felt like they should be, investing in younger artists and putting out younger artists.
You can't tell nobody.
That's his opinion. He don't, he
He doesn't participate
he puts a lot
with the
of
masses.
stuff out there by saying a lot of people don't know about hip hop and stuff like that. I don't think he knows as much as he thinks he knows about hip hop.
Yeah.
But whatever the case is, shit, everybody else do it when it comes to different races. If these people are still out here spitting and sounding good while they do it, why not? Just because he's 50-something, 60, but now the content should change. The context of what you're rapping about should change.
Right.
But if he still sound good, Snoop still sound good. He has the cadence, he has the voice for it. So.
He had the rhythm. He got the arms.
Right. Okay, man. All right, next up.
So coming off of last week with the Rodney Hitton case and stuff like that, we got into the conversation of the police shootings with unarmed and certain situations, black males and stuff like that. So this video came across these 2 young kids in New Mexico.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, these 2 young kids in New Mexico. There was a standoff.
Oh, okay.
One of them was 9 and one of them was 7 years old.
Man,
They had an actual real loaded gun.
Yeah.
Loaded gun. And the police, when they had the body cam of the police talking to him, and you could hear him like, come on, buddy, put it down. We don't want to hurt you and all this stuff.
They show mass concern.
Yeah, concern. And what I said last time was they should have discretion. They showed discretion. And they had their tasers out. Not their guns.
Good.
2 officers had the tasers out. Now, you see one officer had his gun out, but 2 officers had the tasers out. And they went as far as shooting a bean bag, to try to distract them and stuff like that. And after that, the kid actually pointed the gun
at them.
And they said he pulled the trigger, but it just, jammed or whatever. So
I don't think he had enough power to pull it.
Right. So, and also it's been 50 calls for that specific house. 50 calls, with domestic violence and stuff like that. So, it's crazy because we talked about Tamir Rice last week as well. And, rewatching that footage and how the police automatically tried to lie. And we seen how fast he pulled up and just shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see that and then you see, on the other hand, this, it really just bothers you, man. It's like damn. And when you said last week, I don't know what they see. We know what they see.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying? They see niggas, man.
Just like my mama used to tell me, when you walk out the house, they see 2 things. You're black and you're a male. You already got 2 strikes against you.
I mean, but also, some officers are a little bit different. Some of them have a little bit more compassion. Like, it's going to be good and bad everywhere. So maybe those officers had a little bit more patience. We could say like because of the color, but we don't. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying some officers know how to. I don't think. I would hope no officer want to just kill a kid, right? Like, I mean, you will have a little bit more restraint and stuff like that. Patience.
Hypothetical. If it was 2 black kids, 9-year-olds,
I would hope it would have turned out the same way.
We would hope, but we don't know because that wasn't the situation.
Exactly.
But the fact is, we do know when it comes to comparison, It's like it's so many situations where they will kill a kid or they will kill another black male unarmed or whatever the case is. Ryan Hinton, he was running away. They killed him. So it's like, yeah, you can kind of like differentiate the officers in the states and the areas and stuff like that, but it's still just like, I'm not saying I wanted them kids to be hurt, but it's almost like it's the propaganda. They want us to see the bad, and then they want us to compare and get us in the mindset of, damn, we sick of this shit.
I definitely know the percentages if those was 2 black kids, the percentages of them possibly get shot was it's gonna be higher. You know what I mean? Which is sad to say. So, but
and then
I'm
the kids
glad,
didn't want to put the gun down.
Man, them kids, listen, man.
Them motherfuckers didn't want to put the gun down for
so
shit.
What would be your like if that was your kids? What would you do? How would you handle that situation?
I don't know. I
don't want after the fact, after they at home and everything. Like, what could you do? Like, I mean. Like, obviously, it got to be some kind of, like, therapy, you know.
Well, they taking the kids
like
anyway. You probably won't be able to do that. They taking them anyway.
Yeah, of course. Rightfully so in that situation.
But if they just say, you know what, go back to your parents, shit,
they going to come get mine anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I'm going to be beating some ass. When, like, it's nothing else.
Belt to ass, but it was just astonishing to see these little boys did not want to put the gun down until they took the shot. And then he took the shot. He was like, nigga, you take it down.
Yeah, they was like little criminals, man.
And he was in there like this.
Yeah, he like this.
But in my mind was, honestly, this is honestly where I went. Were they playing a shooting game on PlayStation or any console in the house to get them to?
Cause he was not, that little boy that one kid wasn't really that scared. Like he was more.
Their father taught them how to shoot.
You could tell, like
he's in jail now, but their father taught him how to shoot. Like I said, the stance he had and how he was handling the gun, you can tell he knew how to shoot.
And he was like, "You hold it, like don't give me the gun."
Yeah, he was like, "Nah, he gave it to me."
And me personally, I'm big on non-physical discipline when it comes to my kids. But I think in this situation, of course, you would be so frustrated. I think that's the first thought you have is like, I'm gonna beat his ass.
But that ain't gonna.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, so how do you get to the root of the issue? Like, what made you go do this?
You let him sit in the room for a day by himself.
In that situation, In that situation, you gotta blame yourself for one. First off, your kids shouldn't have access to no gun. Access to that. But also, you would hope they, smart in that situation. But the fact that you could have died. When they was telling you to put it down, I'm yelling, put it down, and you're not listening. And that's the part that would make me want to
point the gun at the officer.
Right. That's
hold on. You heard the empathy in the police officer's voice.
Yeah, the one where he was like, I don't want to shoot no kid. Like, I mean, so I don't know, man. I just don't know in that situation what you do. But see, okay, so that goes into like, would you, you got a lot of parents that go teach their kids how to shoot, and some people feel like you should do that. You should kind of go and teach your kids.
I agree with that.
I think at teenage, not at 9.
When you in certain states and stuff like that, people teach their kids as young,
a little younger, yeah.
5 probably and stuff like that. What's old boy's name? Derek Grace.
Right. Yeah.
He was teaching the sons how to unload, take apart, put together, all type of stuff. And also gun responsibility,
right?
How to hold it, don't keep your finger on the trigger and stuff like that. So, that happens. I don't disagree with teaching your kids how to handle. If
in the areas
in a situation where I might not be there, of course, when the kids are older, first it's gonna be moms. You know what I'm saying? Moms is gonna take that responsibility. But if moms is in a certain situations and the kids know where it is, but that's kind of tricky because your kid at a certain age shouldn't have access to the gun like that.
And then, I mean, if you really kind of go look, a lot of the school shootings is kids that learn how to handle guns and stuff like that. So my thing is because that could be a negative impact too. It's like you kind of teaching them how to handle the gun. You want them to handle the gun and stuff know how to handle it, but at the same time, you're teaching them how to handle a gun. So, and if they know how to handle a gun before they know how to process their emotions and feelings and how to conflict resolution and stuff like that. Now it's like you make me mad at school or somebody make them mad. They first thing they know, man, I go get this gun and you know.
That clip that's going around, the dude got beat up, the little black boy. It was an old clip, but he got beat up and he was on the ground like, hey, go get the gun.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you got situations like that
because they feel powerful with that gun. Exactly. You know what I mean? So
the gun gives you a different feel than trying to use fisticuff.
I think you just got to be careful, but I definitely think you're supposed to lead with teaching them as far as how to handle their emotions and things like that first. Then you could teach them, how to handle a gun and stuff
You
like
gotta
that.
be
But
more attentive. You can't just be part time with this shit.
right. All right, man.
So we got, everybody in here driving these cars and stuff. There's stuff coming out about these oil refineries closing by 2026.
yeah, man. I'm gonna just get a bicycle, man.
Shit,
I'm gonna go get exactly. I'm gonna get one of
Prius or
them.
something. You see a lot of these people rolling them little electric bikes. They be flying on the
Exactly.
things, man.
What? Seen a couple on the freeway.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. But they said the prices the gas prices could
$8.
go up to $8. Some said even $10.
that's why you was on that skateboard out there.
For real.
No, but seriously, man. I mean, that's why a lot of people you're gonna have to get something. Like I've been thinking about getting a Tesla. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I didn't. That's why I got the car that I got now because I'm like, ooh, I don't want to have to go sit at a Tesla lot, wait on it, and let it charge. But
you gonna pay that $8?
hold on, that's before. Honestly, if I got a car today and I seen this, I probably would have bought that Tesla.
But this is a push because they want us to all have electric cars anyway.
Right.
So is it a scare tactic?
It's not. No, it ain't no scare tactic. It's gonna happen. These
Yeah.
motherfuckers is closing,
They telling
and
you.
prices gonna go up. And prices already went up with the tariffs and shit. Even though China brought it down to 30% from 140, it's still high. But and prices are already going up. Walmart just said their prices about to go up. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we need it. Would y'all take public transportation to work?
Yeah,
Like
hell
in New
yeah.
York?
I walk to work. I walk around, live around the corner.
If I go to work too early, but if it was running at a certain time,
Like if they had a
definitely.
train, you could just
Yeah,
jump on.
they
early
got a
in the morning?
train, but I just go to work too early.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
but
If the train ran 24/7, he would probably.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Do you think men are judged based on how their woman act in public?
This team like, yeah, okay.
Because I know we on a time restraint. Do you think men are judged based on how their women act in public?
Nope.
You don't think so?
I don't think so because women are based on who they are. Period.
Okay, so
No.
Break it down in context.
No, the question is,
content.
do you think men are judged? Should the question be, do you think men should be judged based on how their women act? Men are judged by
All right.
the acts of.
Hold on, before you start it. Girlfriend, boyfriend, are we talking about marriage? We got it.
Both. It don't matter.
Because if it's a girlfriend,
I mean, if that's your
I think,
partner,
yeah,
or whatever.
if you with somebody for a certain amount of time,
Right.
it's still the same.
they still act the same.
So that means they gonna act like that in the marriage too.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
that's why I said it's a girlfriend, boyfriend. Then I'm not getting married. I don't give a fuck how they being judged because they judging her, not me.
I think some form of expectation of leadership is expected by the man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see, even with the kids, so when you see the woman and she's acting a certain way, and then you come around, they were like, "Damn, look, he don't know she acting like that, or he don't know his kids is doing this."
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you ever judged one of y'all friends by our family members or somebody that y'all know based off how they woman was, whatever?
No, I never did.
Yep, I have.
Or not judge them, but did you judge the like damn? I mean,
No, it's like I'm more of an understanding person. It's like I understand that what you trying to do or what you trying to hide, you're gonna try your best to do that. If he don't know nothing about it, now the judgment can come if he know about it and he accept it and allow it and continue to be with that person. And even still with that, I'm not gonna judge him to the point I'm like, you stupid muck. I'm not gonna do that.
right.
But I'm just gonna be like, okay, well shit, that's what he on.
But have you ever been in a situation where you like, I couldn't be you, or I couldn't put up with that? Have you ever seen something?
I mean, yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, I don't. It's not even specific to a person. It's just that the women that you see now that you know they're together, and it's like, nah, I ain't dealing with that.
Right.
So I don't care what nobody talking about. If you like it, bro, I love it for you, but I ain't dealing with that.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you seen it?
I think that is definitely a thing. As far as me, nah. I mean, yeah. No, if I've been in
You
situations
just
where I
said
seen
4 answers. I mean,
All in one.
yeah, no.
well, because I had to think about like specific situations, and yes, I've seen situations to where I seen the homies going through certain stuff, or and then I'm looking like fuck no, like I mean I'm not about to, because I'm not an argumentative person. If I see just arguments in public and stuff like that, or it just kind of getting crazy, or sitting on the phone arguing, or you blowing me up, just or I mean it's just like are some girls a little bit they a little flirtatious in everybody face, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. You see them ones, so it's like certain situations like that. I think you can be not so much you can be judged, but a person to think like, that's why we kind of be like telling you, well, you got to be careful. Don't just do certain stuff because you're being watched and looked at whether you know it or not. You know what I mean? And if you have a female that's just super loose or super just out here and everybody face and stuff like that, you gonna have homies to be like, man, that nigga bitch was all in my face.
But you see now, it's a line though, it's a fine line, because what's the difference of how can you tell the difference of somebody's personality and a nigga think that she flirting?
All niggas think that.
That's my point. So that's what I'm saying. So you can think that, but that could just be her personality.
Right. But what I'm saying is if you know all niggas think that, you got to be careful with how you moving as a, you know what I mean? Not saying now it's a like your personality can be cool, but I'm saying if it's overly done and stuff like that, it's like, no, like I got a big personality too, but if I can't just be in everybody's face and stuff like that, it's like, I know you got to kind of like relax and dumb it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you got to read the room. I mean,
you ain't stabbing out nowhere, just taking a walk by yourself and y'all having conversations and shit like that, and then you call it, I'm friendly. I'm just having a conversation.
Yeah. With a random female?
No, just on either side. You side, take a side step and you having a conversation. It's like, okay, well, what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
How deep is this conversation?
Right.
To where y'all got to step to the side and have this. You know what I'm saying? At a function, of course.
Yeah.
So I have many of them. I have many of them talks.
So what you doing, man? Why you stepping to the side talking to these women?
Me? Yeah. Oh, with me, it's getting like, hey, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been? You know what I mean? What you been up to?
You got to step to the side to do that?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't
know. Just talking.
Nah, trust me, I ain't just talking. It's happened many a times.
I think definitely you gotta you know.
You know what? I apologize. I didn't care. I mean, because I didn't care at that point in time. I didn't care how people looked at looked at who I was talking to. If I felt like it was innocent and it was just us just chatting, or whatever else, I just didn't care at that point.
It's not about people; it's about your partner.
Even if I'm a partner, I tell her like the partner that I had before, I let her know like, hey, this such and such. I might even introduce like, hey, this is my girl. Like I tell her, that's my girl right there.
So why not to cut you off? Why not have that conversation? Like bring her over there, and then we all having that conversation together.
You can catch up with your lady right there.
Yeah, most definitely. But I'm just saying. That's like a mutual friend of ours. I ain't seen her since high school. I'm like, hey, but that don't mean I'm over there trying to chop it up, trying to be all in her business.
But I think it's you got to do what you don't do what you wouldn't want done to you. Because if vice versa, the roles was reversed, and your girl seen the guy and she go to the
I'm
side.
not jealous.
Oh, you full of shit, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Y'all think I'm jealous? Fuck both of y'all. Next topic.
I know you ain't gonna just go for that, nigga. Like, nah, man. All right, let's we could do a little thing about this. Let's go.
O's topics. All right. No, I was watching the show. It's called Forever. It piqued my interest. My interest. My son was watching it at first, so I started it over, and it was a rom-com, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
That's a rom-com?
Romantic comedy. I mean,
I know what it means, but I guess I didn't know that was a rom-com.
Somewhat. Okay. I might have said it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much of a comedy. I mean, it's just more
it funny parts though,
teenager based. But so what you like about it?
I like that it gave me all the feels from when I was younger. The emotions of highs, trying to fall in love, falling out of love, going back and forth. But it was more than just that though. I got a whole lot from this show. From Justin, who's one of the main characters, to the little lady, I can't think of her name right now.
Keisha, I think.
Yeah, Keisha. I don't know how to forget Keisha. And then it's like, think about it. The name Keisha, it stands out as a prominent name for a woman, a black woman. I like the parents. I like the uncle. I like the brother. And one of my favorite characters was the dad. It was just a show full of learning. It was a show full of just something you can learn from all aspects.
Yeah, that was a show kind of about young adults, like teenagers and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a little weird because they was teenagers and they showed them like first time and stuff. So it was a little like cringe a little bit because I'm like, this kind of feel weird because they supposed to be teenagers and then you're showing them. Yeah, even though they grown probably in real life, but it just felt weird because they supposed to be
People felt the same way about the Euphoria show too.
Yeah,
Euphoria. I think I watched the first episode. And I'm like, nah, I'm not watching this no more because it's high school based.
Right. So that was the only thing that was weird to me.
Yeah.
How can you show them having sex or whatever? Even though they ain't showing full thing, you kind of showing the beginning.
But it's kind of real life though.
Right, but I guess it's like I'm not gonna lie, like the couple reminded me of my son Amari and his girlfriend that he had, they was just young or whatever like that. I mean, it's some parts of that show that I'm like I wanted them to watch, but then the certain parts is like, nah, I want you to see this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
how they can get so serious in these relationships and stuff like that.
That's the part that I wanted my son to get. Because he's so serious and he's at the age that he is, and it's like, bro, it's gonna be it's more out there. Right. But it's like I related to it on almost all the messages that they had.
Because they were so serious and stuff like that, and then you seen and kind of like once they got older, kind of like I think that was probably the right reason why they did that, separated. It's like
I didn't watch I didn't get to watch the last 2 episodes. But it was pretty good. Young love, stuff like that. That was my main thing. If we revert back to a lot of episodes ago, and you guys asked me if my daughter was to come with a boyfriend, my thing is to wait to after school because as you can see, it's so you are met with so many distractions on a regular. But then it's like you're not preparing for your future. You're not preparing for your life. Now you are infatuated or in love with this person to where your whole life is revolving around this person to where you're not really taking care of your business. Although they both did get into college.
So my question would be this: speaking of your daughter, which person would you think she would relate more to, Justin or Keisha? Because to me, I feel like she was more of Justin. Not like as the man, but just like the emotional part of it has a lot going on.
I think not even just speaking on my daughter specifically. I think kids in general, when you in high school and you looking for a boyfriend, girlfriend type, it's like a fad. Your thing is, I just want to mate. I just want a boyfriend. I want a girlfriend.
That's how my son.
And you guys are doing things. It's nobody specific. So even if I could just say myself, when me and Michelle first met, shit, we was always together doing everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We both went through our jealousy stages and that's what you call first love type shit. So
do you think if you guys didn't meet, what do you think you would be doing if you didn't meet her?
If I didn't meet Michelle?
Do you think you would have been like went to school or something like that?
I don't think he'd be this soft.
No.
Running a dog pound.
I think it would have took longer. She sped up my maturity. She sped up my maturity being with her. It would have took longer for me to realize certain things because I wouldn't have no responsibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once we, got closer, she became our responsibility. And she and her being the woman that she is, being ambitious and finishing school and stuff like that, me helping her with that, sped up my maturity. And then, then we had a family.
Why you didn't go to school, nigga, when she was going to school?
I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all could have did that together.
We could have, because I was picking her up too.
Sliding after like this.
Right, yeah. I was picking her up too. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would go up there too. El Camino College, be chilling on the campus. You like the old nigga going up to this school. You could be ditching this
the school.
This is El Camino College, nigga. Ain't no old nigga type shit.
But I'm just saying, you could have been going to class.
I could have. I could have. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. But what age did y'all move together?
Shit, right before we got married.
Okay, so y'all took a while to kind of get. Me and Brennan was 19 and shit.
That was shocking.
Shagging up.
Shagging up.
Shagging
Yeah.
up. But they nah, I ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, but nah, man, I think good show, but it was just I don't know if it's like I think it's some messages in there, but it's just it's kind of like an adult teen. Like it was like it's because I don't know if I'm ready for my kids to see that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I had a conversation with my daughter because she watched it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when she watching, I'm just asking her questions about it.
She watched it on her own.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm asking her questions. She like, yes, it's a lot, and I'm just basically saying like, see, you see what I mean? Like, don't just think it's just me. Like, understand like school is important, and all this shit come later. You know what I'm saying? Focus on what you need to focus on. You know, niggas ain't going nowhere. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like me, I see the same thing with my son, and honestly, that's his show. Like right now, he's like, Dad, can I have my girlfriend come over on Saturday and watch it? No.
What, that show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, just I don't know, because it's like, it's certain parts, and I don't want them to get any ideas or anything like that. I mean, but
No.
I mean, kids gonna be
So-
kids. Not to say they wouldn't. They ain't thinking about certain stuff.
When you
anyway.
say that, because we spoke on reality a long time ago about certain things. So when you say that, you don't want them, because we kind of like monitor what they watch,
Right.
but we do know that when they alone,
They got their phone.
They probably already seen it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
So
saying.
I think like even with that, even though it's dealing with kids, that like I said, that's the weird part about it, but it's still control and it's showing more than that. Of course they're gonna pay attention to that, but it's showing more.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why I said it's some definitely some gems and good parts that kind of show them.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking it reminded me of young high school days and stuff like that. But it's just like
My question would be this: what did you guys think about the parents?
I was just gonna say the parents. I
that
think
was interesting.
The father, what's the dude's name? Bud Harris.
Yeah, but
Him, like, of course, I think he's in the balance of cool but still a parent.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a allow you to speak. I'm a teach you. I'm gonna allow you to do certain things, but understand this.
right.
And mom is just being, mom. She's nurturing, nervous.
Right.
You
Just
know,
scared, like, hey, you need to
scared, not really wanting
kinda-
to do certain things. But I think that it was kind of messed up for her to do, as far as go put that business out there. Like she shouldn't have put that out there.
Right. They kind of had her like I like how they had the dad, because normally you don't get no good dad like that. That's,
Yeah.
But the mom, she meant well. She just
Then
some
exactly
moms kind
you
of
said
care
it all.
too much.
That was
you know
her
what
to
I mean?
me.
Yeah.
She meant well.
But she just
well
kind of
to
went
do
about it
this.
probably
Exactly.
some of the wrong ways. And
But
stuff
also
like that.
that also shows you what Keisha's mom. That shows you because of the certain situations why kids are afraid
exactly.
to talk to their parents, or they hold so many things in, because when you are met, and it's understandable because some people don't know how to deal with certain things.
Right.
When you're met with this and you got all this shit that's already on your shoulders, and
Yes,
once
that's
she
it.
tell you something and then you just walk away, you can just see like, and she said it. This is why I don't tell you stuff, and that's relatable to a lot of kids.
That's what when you hit. I think watching that show, those real moments like
Yeah.
that is like
That's
damn.
why
You
I
know what I
wanted
mean?
to talk about it, because it was the real moments. It was the real moments, like you said, with that happening. It was a real moment when the mom was going off on the son. It was real moments when the dad let him go see Keisha. It was real moments, even with the little brother. Have you noticed when the little brother got in it? It was always to show big brother, little brother. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You are my brother's keeper. You
That-
know how,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time you see the brother, it's like it was like a message. Like, oh, when he got the car wasn't free, or when they was, or when they went to whatever city, he was like, how come you didn't tell me? You know what? I wasn't my brother's keeper.
But that was so relatable, even with them getting into it at the car. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you getting in front. It was like that was one of the shows that was kind of very relatable. Like you can kind of see it happening in real life, real time now. Like you can kind of relate. It wasn't like cringe. I mean, it was just like
That's what I guess
things
that's
that
why I enjoyed it.
we probably went through or going to go through and have to deal with, and seeing the parents in real time. Even how the mom responded to Keisha was like, at that moment you can understand, but at the same time you're like, damn, give her a hug. Like,
Exactly.
like don't you want her to not respond like that, but you understand too. Like,
With
you know
the
what I mean?
ex-boyfriend, with the new boyfriend, and try to go through that whole.
Do you think that fathers are going to be more on that side as far as having a little more leeway and trying to teach opposed to acting like the mother? Because there could be fathers that act like the mother
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
no, you ain't doing this, and no, you ain't going nowhere. You got to be here. This is not.
Depends on the type of relationship you have with your son.
My wife probably a little bit more lenient than I am on my, but I got boys and about them going. That was a son too, but sometimes my son kind of be like, he texts me. I think today about going to go spend the night at his friend house. My friends going over there, and it's just like I just ignored it because it's like some places I'm not gonna just send you. I don't know where this is. I don't know where you going.
You know the parents.
Yeah, I don't know the parents. I'm old. Like my friends, my mom knew them, like and stuff like that. I can't just send you off. And I got sons, man. It just take one time. You say you over here. I don't know what y'all doing or what y'all getting into.
But then that kind of remind me of the show is. Have you noticed that Keisha's mom didn't know Chloe, but she was everywhere with Chloe?
Oh, the white girl?
Yeah, the white girl.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. When you said I'm not going to send you off anywhere without knowing, I'm not going to invite your friends either without knowing their parents.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it has to be a parental interaction. Has to be.
And I'm not about to send you. He talking about like leaving from school and going like, I don't even know where you know. I'm not about to, but yeah, I don't know, man. But all right, man. Episode 58, man. It was
This was a short one, huh?
Yeah, it was short. It was only 115. That was cool,
115?
man. Yeah, we got
Okay. Y'all tap in, man. Hit that like, subscribe, share. Tell a friend. This was a short one today. We about to head over and do some other content with another.
With our fellow
Kenya's
podcast.
Keepsakes. Y'all tap in with
Keepsake,
Kenya's Keepsake. Subscribe to her channel. That's why it was short today because we're going to go do her podcast.
And I can't stay out too late. I'm on a time limit.
Y'all look for us over
Him
there.
in trouble.
But I really appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. Auntie said excellent show. Awesome topics. Keep
So
it
thank
up,
you. I
guys.
appreciate
So
it.
proud
She made me
you
feel
all.
a different way about this show.
Love you, Annie.
Truly think I like it better when it's just three of you. Great job. So she don't like none of y'all guests that be coming out.
Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna say it, but yeah.
All right, y'all. We out. Appreciate
For sure,
y'all
for
support.
sure.
Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed.
Big O.
Tell somebody. We here